What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is August 4th. You're listening to episode 12 of the Devine Deck Pod. And if you haven't been paying attention, I'm going to tell you real quick. The San Diego Padres are red hot. They're on fire. They're 2007 Megan Fox. They're 2004 Trish Stratus level hot right now, bro. They're absolutely cracked. And they've won 11 of their last 13. Post All-Star break pods, people were saying Schilt is a second half. Schilt is a real thing. Remember those Cardinals teams when he was the manager there? They went on those runs. I'm starting to believe a little bit. Big Measy, what's good? How you been?
Doing well. Yeah, no complaints, man. Pods are doing well. Only down part is we just went on that trip. They can't find my bag. So lost the bag. They didn't put it on the airplane. Luckily, the Padres won yesterday and today.
Do they not know where it is now?
There's been no update. So I might be getting I might be on a shopping spree with the American Airlines stipend that they're going to have to provide me. So if you see me rocking a Gucci belt coming up, you know why.
Yeah, man, that sucks. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, no, we went on that trip. For the people who have been wondering where we've been at, it's been about 3 weeks since our last episode. A lot of traveling. I had some work traveling, and then we do a family vacation back east. We actually went to the Baltimore Orioles versus Padres game where they won last Saturday. First time at Camden Yards. It was a blast. Shout out to everybody we met there and said, what up? You guys are all homies. But let's talk pods, man. No one cares about us. They want to hear about the pods. These dudes are playing some fucking great baseball, man. I don't really know what else to say other than they've just been playing great baseball. We go after the All-Star break. We have a fucking tough schedule, right? We got 3 against the Guards. We got 3 against the Nats, who at the time were looking for revenge. And then we had 2 against the Dodgers. Not an easy way to start the second half. And we're in the middle of a playoff race, middle of a wild card race. And what do the Padres do? Oh, I forgot even mentioning the Orioles. 2 or 3 from the Guardians. Sweep the Nationals where Dylan Cease throws a no-hitter. We'll talk about that. 2 or 3 against the Orioles. Sweep, I wouldn't say sweep, but take 2 of 2 against the Dodgers and just took 2 or 3 against Colorado Rockies. You really can't script a better second half start what we've had, obviously with the trade deadline, which we'll touch on. But Mike, if you were to say, give me one word of the last 2.5 weeks of Padres baseball, what would that word be?
One word or two words? Machado. Where Manny goes, the Pods go. He's been cooking. Pods are cooking. Hot streak Manny Machado. If you go through his best stretches of his Padres career and you see what our record is during those stretches, I almost guarantee that it is probably at least 10 games above 500. He's that guy. And when he's playing well, offensively and defensively, I mean, yesterday he made that one play. Yeah, and then the second play, Crone made a great play. When Manny, we've always said it, where Manny goes, the Padres go. And he's going right now, and the team's following. I mean, to be able to be 9 games above 500 without Joe Musgrove, Yu Darvish, and Fernando Tatis Jr. for the majority of the season, pretty good. It's pretty good. You get one of those pitchers back and you get Tatis back fully healthy. I don't think Tatis needs to rush back. We need him back in September. We need him fully healthy, and we'll be straight. Joe Musgrove seems like he's coming back. I hope he has a good rehab start. Is that today?
Yeah, he's about to pitch in like 10 minutes. So we're doing this pod at 4:50. Hopefully Joe has a good start against the Fresno Grizzlies. He's pitching for the Storm. Hopefully he doesn't do any dumb shit and can go and be ready to rock. Martin Perez, we're going to talk about the people that we added, but man, I'm just before we get into some real, deep analytic talk, which everybody comes to the DSG for, I just want to take a deep breath and say, man, I am so much happier August 4th, 2024 than I was August 4th, 2023, man. What a difference a year makes. Last year was painful, dude. Last year was so painful. And watching, all the hype and all the memes come out about the Pods and, oh, look at Soto's going to leave. Like, they're never going to re-sign Soto. All I heard last year was Soto this and Hader that and all this shit. Get those fuckers off the team. They're gone. And what do we do now? The Higgies come through. The Profars come through. The fucking Yuki Matsui has been cracked for like a month. We got Tanner Scott now who throws 100 and looks like he's about to kill someone every single time he's on the bunt. We got the Rainbow, Jason Adam, who you won't probably see at a Pride Festival, but you will see get 3 outs in a row. 1, 2, 3. I'm loving. I mean, dude, I'm loving where this team's at, man. This is a fun fucking team to watch. From Robert Suarez to Chella Jerry. You got, dude, you just got gamers, man. You got gamers. Schilt has this boy. Mike, what did we say during when we were doing on the Hogwatch, when we kind of started Divine Deck Pod a little bit? When we said we want the Dago dogs of Dago Summer. Mm-hmm. That's what these guys have been. These guys have been gritty, man. They don't give up. They play fucking hard. Are they on paper the best team we've ever seen? Absolutely not. But they fucking win games. They play hard, dude. They get the job done.
They're a good team on paper. They're a pretty good team on paper.
We are good on paper too. I mean, dude, look. Let's be real. Who would want to face the Padres in a series right now, other than in a playoff series, other than the Colorado Rockies?
You know, I don't think there's many, and I think it really comes down to the upgrades in the pen, man. In our last episode, when we were talking about the trade deadline, I think that's the one thing we focused on most was the bullpen. Yeah. First off, not to toot my own horn, if we go back and maybe you could clip this up, we did discuss Tanner Scott.
How much he would cost?
And I said, how much would he cost? And I said he would cost a top prospect. And Matt's like, you think he cost Robbie Snelling? I'm pretty sure. And I said, yeah. And sure enough, ironically, we made the trade for Tanner Scott, and it was Robbie Snelling and some. But that's a good trade, man. Listen, we didn't have a sure enough bullpen. Do you trust Adrian Morejon in the 9th inning or the 8th inning of a playoff game?
Nope.
I don't. Do I think Adrian Morejon's,
viable?
Got potential to be a high leverage guy down the road? Yeah, I do. But right now, this is a win now mode for the team. You add Jason Adam, the Rainbow. You add Tanner Scott. Then
we got to come up with a nickname. We got to come up with a nickname for T. Scott right now, bro. T. Scott's all right, but
Astro World. Should we call him Astro World?
Astro World's good, but I'm trying to think. Should we call him Cactus Jack?
I like that. I like that.
We got to come up with a good one.
We'll do some workshopping. We'll do some workshopping
in the YouTube comments, or send us a text, or comment on an Instagram post about. If you got a good nickname for T.
We're normally pretty good with coming up with nicknames. So
I will say this: shout out to Podfathers Pod, another great Padres podcast. My guy Ryan, who runs that, is a really good dude, and he tweeted yesterday something that cracked me up. And he has Jason Adam, Tanner Scott, and Robert Suarez. He calls them the Ass Crew. So I kind of like that. You don't want to see the ass in the 7th, 8th, and 9th, bro. That's kind of where I'm at.
I'm with you. I'm with you, man. I mean, really, it's just that was a really unsure part of the team. There's a lot of uncertainty behind that bullpen. I think Chella Jerry is a solid ass pitcher. Again, though, I don't know if I trust him in a high leverage spot down the stretch, 9th or 8th inning in the playoffs. Say we're on the road in Philly. Would I rather have a guy like Tanner Scott over a guy like Chella Jerry this year? Abso-fucking-lutely, I would. Preller went out. He shored up the bullpen. Tatis coming back healthy. Knock on wood. We haven't gotten any fucking updates on the guy. So, hey, David Peralta, you might be starting. You might be batting 7th in the wild card series if we make the playoffs right now. So, the thing about it, though, now, if Tatis comes back, right? If Musgrove comes back, Tatis being added to this team right now, post-trade deadline, it's like getting Juan Soto all over again. Yeah. It is. And we didn't have to give anything up for him. He's just coming back healthy. Hopefully his legs healed up a little bit. He gets his speed back. Because listen, his leg was fucked and he still was first on our team in WAR. He comes back healthy with a little bit of speed back. I mean, dude.
I'm getting tingly, bro. I'm getting tingly thinking of this version of Xander Bogaerts, this version of Manny Machado. You throw in Pro, who's been an MVP this season. Jackson Merrill has been I'm wearing this shirt from Friar World Only. Check them out on Instagram. Homie sent me this shit. Awesome shirt. Bro, this team is sick as fuck. End of story. They're sick. If you're two eyes, you don't even need to be watching. You could listen to the radio. Listen to Jesse Agler. This team is sick. The VAR is exploding throughout San Diego. It's literally all throughout SD. You go to Bubs, go to fucking anywhere downtown, bro. The team, you go to SD. When we were down in SD, we're going to be back down in a couple weeks. When we were down in SD, you go to Born and Brew, bro. All SD colors. People are feeling the Friars, baby. It's been an awesome season, dude. It's been an awesome season. We got motherfuckers like Donnie Barrels coming through with walk-offs against the Dodgers. Like, bro, let's talk about that Dodgers game real quick. Like, this season has had so many awesome freaking games, dude, that you low-key forget about it. Honestly, you forget because there's been so many sick
We've had a lot of walk-offs, man. A lot
Bro,
of walk-offs.
Higgy's walk-off against the A's, that was electric. But let's talk about Donnie Barrels. We're watching. We're back in Delaware where we do our cousin's vacation last Tuesday, and the Padres are playing the Dodgers. All obviously for the people on the East Coast, the time zones are a little different. 9:40 start back east. You're like, damn, that's pretty late. We check. Matty Nux is on the bump. Nux has had some issues in the first inning. He pitched great today, but before, Nux gives up 5 runs in the first inning. I'm like, looking at Mike, I'm like, Jesus, dude, this is not good, right? I'm like, all the momentum we had, like, fuck, man. Like, I just kind of was like, whatever. Me and Mike were both looking at each other. We're like, yo, we got to live in the moment. We got to be here with our cousins. But no lie, deep down in my head, back of my head, it's like, you guys are down 5-0 right now, like at home. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. We crawl our way back inch by inch, 5-3. Mike, where were we at 5-3? Top of the night, or bottom of the night?
We were on a bus back from
North
Delaware,
Beach,
North Beach, and Dewey Beach, back to Bethany Beach, Delaware, and Machado first pitch homer. We were like, all right, hey, get somebody on, maybe get a bloop single and see if we can tie it. Xander gets called out, strike 3, questionable pitch. Jackson Merrill comes up, and the kid's just clutch, man. The kid, for a 21-year-old, looking up at a 21-year-old to a 21-year-old's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
I'm 28.
I'm like, this is my guy. Like,
I'm literally 28 years old.
You gotta.
I'm wearing his shirt, bro. You know how I'm a D1 Caesar, bro. I'm a D1.
You're no glaze though. No glaze.
Hey, no glaze, no Krispy Kreme, but low key Merrill. Hey, if there's a kid to glaze, it's Merrill, bro. Pause.
Oh, that was crazy. The way you said that was crazy. If there's
really?
A kid,
Sorry.
Hey, he's an adult,
pause,
bro. That's a big pause. That's a big pause.
Hey,
but I'm with you. Hey, this off season, bro. I know there's things that we need to do. There's definitely some free agents on the list. Bring back Profar. I think you gotta bring back Higgy, man. He loves left field at Petco. Guy Higgy peppers that porch. I think but the real big thing that we got to do is you got to extend Merrill, man. I need him under contract for a decade. Because I'll tell you right now, the price of the brick is going up, brother. The price of the brick is going up. He has another year like this year, next year. That goes from an extension, maybe 10 years, $150 million to 10 years, $250 million if he has another year like this, because he's not going to agree to a contract extension if he just keeps performing like this, dude. Paul Skeens doesn't exist. Jackson Merrill is the rookie of the year. If Jackson Merrill plays in the AL, Jackson Merrill is a rookie of the year.
Dude, hey, Skeens pitched well today. He's going to win the award strictly because, he's been great. There's no denying that.
He's got Livy. Him and Livy Dunn. They're like the Travis and Taylor of the MLB. So they're of course going to give him. They're going to. That's a supreme glaze fest. Let me tell you.
I cannot be happier. There's no one happier than AJ Preller. Jackson Merrill might save AJ Preller's entire fucking career, because if these guys make an NLCS and Merrill continues to cook and the future is looking bright with Salas and DeVries, Preller gets to fucking rebuild that farm and do it all over. Hey, let it ride, bro. Jackson Merrill, his family is like royalty in SD. They're at every single game. Shout out the Merrill fam. I got to meet Mama Merrill and Jackson's brother. total homies when we were in Baltimore. And it's just cool, dude. It's cool to root for a dude, right? Like, it's cool. I think there's a different – we said it a little bit. Obviously, Tatis got traded from the White Sox, but he never played a game with the White Sox. But there will always be a little bit of a different feeling watching a player who came up with your team. And we haven't had a lot of guys like that. Like, look at our lineup right now, Mike. Right now, Profar wasn't drafted by us. Machado wasn't drafted by us. Crone wasn't drafted by us. Tatis wasn't signed by us. Higgy wasn't drafted by us. Merrill was. Kimmy obviously was in the KBO. Campy was drafted by us. Not a lot of guys on our team are homegrown dudes, right? And the fact that Jackson Merrill is so impactful, plays every day, plays a great center field. Every time he comes up, I genuinely think he's going to get the job done. If it's less than 2 outs running on third, sack fly. I got it. Hey, he laid down a perfect bunt the other day. Would I have bunted in that situation? Probably not, but he did. And he fucking got told to bunt. Dude lays it down. He does the right thing every single time. 21-year-old with the highest baseball IQ on the team. Honestly, he is massive.
He's a consummate pro already, man. He's a consummate pro. The guy knows how to play the game of baseball. He seems like, for a 21-year-old, a leader on the team, which is crazy, especially with the amount of vets on this team and the amount of real, like, it's not just like vets as in, like, no disrespect, like a Chris Denorfia type. It's a vet like Manny Machado, future Hall of Famer, Xander Bogaerts, World Series champion, Yu Darvish, 200+ wins in the league. These are vets, right? And this dude waltzes in as a 21-year-old, just turned 21, a freshly 21-year-old. Dude's having his first cerveza during the regular season. Probably not, but dude, it's just like shit like that, man. And I don't know, dude. There's something about the team, man. We haven't seen this much fight from a Padres team in our lifetime.
Ever?
In our
At
lifetime.
least in our lifetime. I'm 28. Mike's 26. We probably
in our lifetime, dude.
Bro, easy. Hey,
not a shot.
Schilt, he's got those fuckers believing, man. They play hard. That's the difference. We had no issue with Bob Melvin as a person, but Sleepy Bob didn't have that fire, man. He just didn't. Jace Tingler was in over his head. There's a reason why he hasn't been a manager ever since. Andy Green that word is just negative VAR. Honestly, just saying his name is like instant VAR takedown. Schilt Daddy, bro, hot wife, goes in there, just fucking gets shit done, bro. The boys love playing for him. There's a vibe in the clubhouse. Those dudes like each other. You cannot tell me that there's, and you haven't heard any of these stories like last year, right? Obviously we're winning, so it's a little different. But last year you heard so many stories about, oh, maybe, Soto takes BP alone and like all that shit, or Josh Hader doesn't want to throw 3 outs. Get those bozos off the fucking team. Good luck to them. Hey, I want a team full of dudes that play for each other. I want more fucking Donovan Solano cats that come through. Hey, I might not be in the bigs next year, and I'm going to play my ass off, dude. Jackson Merrill, bro. You know how sick it is to see Jackson Merrill get on base and then Donovan Solano hit him in? Look at 2 completely fucking different careers, trajectories, and everything, bro. Donovan Solano, Columbia, comes up with a giant, like, so many, bounces around, might have another. He has been playing his ass off, bro. Perfect bench piece. And then you got a fucker like Jackson Merrill, whose future is beyond limits, bro. It's just sick, dude. It's just sick.
I'm gonna start a campaign right now.
Let me hear it.
Last year, Blake Snell in the second half, absolute domination, leads to him getting a Cy Young. Dylan Cease is going. I will say it right now. I'll put myself on record. Dylan Cease is winning the NL Cy Young. He is going to win the Cy Young Award. He is second behind Chris Sale in WAR in the National League for pitchers. He leads the league in strikeouts. His expected ERA is lower than his normal ERA, which leads to some regression. He has a 3.4 ERA. The way he's pitching right now, that ERA might dwindle down a little bit towards the end of the season. He's on pace for 250 strikeouts, most likely, maybe 225. I think there is a legitimate chance that Dylan Cease wins the National League Cy Young for the San Diego Padres in his first year on the team. That trade changed the entire course of the Padres season this year. Changed everything. Our starting rotation, preseason, it was like, okay, we have Joe Musgrove, Michael King now from the Soto trade. We got Darvish, Matt Waldron. We're going to see what we have there. Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito. You go out and you trade for Dylan Cease. Darvish and Musgrove both go down for the majority of the season, and Dylan Cease lives up to the fucking hype, man.
And dude, he had a couple bad starts there where it was a lot of, it was a lot. And the thing with Dylan Cease too, in those bad starts, if you really watch those, you could tell he's such a fucking go-getter gamer that when he gives up a home run, he gets in his head a little bit, especially early. When he is on, there's not a better pitcher in baseball to watch, dude. That no-hitter was a fucking masterclass, bro. I will watch that game when it's, probably, I don't know, maybe January 15th. I'm going to be bored as shit. I'm missing Padres baseball. Throw that shit on YouTube. Fucking 1.5 speed. Watch my boy cook. That was an incredible game. That, Xander pop, that Merrill catches, Cease. And then we got to give, bro. Hey, this is real talk. This episode's going to be a glaze fest. We won 11-13. We glaze when they don't even do that well. So if you guys are in the comments looking for real hard talk, we're going to talk a little bit at the end. But right now,
we're glazing.
Hey, we're glazing. It's Krispy Kreme.
Hey, 11 out of the last 13 won. That calls for an absolute glaze session. All after the All-Star break, this team comes out hot, and they're playing crazy. Good baseball. We're sitting here. We're glazing the fuck out of them. Yeah, I mean, let's just keep it going. I'm in glaze mode.
They're just playing fucking great, dude. The rotation. Let's think about the rotation right now. You mentioned you were talking about Dylan Cease, right? So I'm looking at the pitching stats for the season. Dylan Cease has 174 strikeouts in 136 innings pitched. Batters are hitting 190 off of him. You're like, holy shit, those are insane stats. What if I told you Michael King has 144 strikeouts in 124 innings? Batters are hitting 214 against him. Bro, 3.26 ERA compared to DC's 3.42. Michael King, we talk about the Soto trade, right? And we talk about, we gave the Nationals their future. Hey, for the Nats, we went fucking 7-0 and threw a no-hitter against them. Best of luck in the future. Win all the games against all the teams we need you to beat. But right now, I could give two fucks about the future of the Nats. What we did trading Soto might have saved the franchise. Trading Juan Soto this offseason was the smartest thing AJ Preller has ever done. Straight up. He trades him to the Yankees. We get Michael King, who's thrown 124 innings for us. Randy Vasquez, who has thrown 76 innings for us. We had Kyle Higashioka, who almost has an 800 OPS, has come up with some massive, massive hits. Johnny Brito, who, is an arm and we have under control for 5 years. I could definitely see him turning into a dude that has a 4 or 5 in a rotation in the future. But the guy we don't talk about enough in that trade is Drew Thorpe. Drew Thorpe, has an awesome spring training for us. We're like, oh, this guy's good, but he only throws 92. Great changeup, all that stuff. Cal Poly kid, Torpedo. We're like, sweet. A week before the fucking Korea series, boom. Trade Drew Thorpe, get Dylan Cease for 2 years. Game-changing fucking trade. AJ Preller deserves his flowers for that trade. Has he made bad trades? Every GM makes bad trades. But the Juan Soto trade this summer, or this offseason, could have possibly changed the trajectory of the next 10 years of Padres baseball. Because if we can extend one of Dylan Cease or Michael King, or both.
I need both. I'm an extension fiend, dude. I'm an extension fiend.
Look at this team, dude. This team, we have $37 million of our starting rotation has been on the IL the entire season, pretty much. I hope everything's going.
I will say that might be, why we shouldn't extend both.
Yeah, no, I agree. But let's just say right now, bro, I'm like, dude, what Matt Waldron has done too, bro. Matty Nux. Bro, Matty Nux has thrown 130 innings this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's a 3.8 ERA. Started 23 games. Bro, this fucking guy is just a good pitcher. It's not even fluke. You have a season like this, you are a MLB pitcher who's making league minimum. You know how valuable that shit is, bro? Especially for a team like us who's going for it, it seems like every single year. Bro, you get those guys in the rotation. Then you got rid of Aniel De Los Meatballs, who is actually pitching pretty well for the fucking Yanks, but good for him. Our bullpen, bro. Our bullpen is cracked. When Jeremiah Estrada is the fifth arm in your bullpen, like your fifth best arm, AJ Morejon's your seventh best arm in your bullpen, that's fucking insanity, dude. Robert Suarez has been unhittable the entire year. Genuinely unhittable. He goes up and fucking spams fastballs, and the other team, like, how do you not have a scouting report for that? They do, and they still can't fucking hit it, man. You got Tanner Scott, Jason Adam. I'm like, dude, hey, real talk, man. Give me Tatis back, and let's win a fucking World Series. Honestly. Honestly. Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, serious. Hey, I'm all in this year, man.
Our bullpen is just so nasty, dude. It's so nasty.
Like Jacob,
we've shortened games, and to do it in a season, Matt, this is the biggest part, right? That's what we've been talking about. Musgrove, you on the IL, limited, some would say, on starting pitching. If you can get good outings out of Michael King and Dylan Cease, solid outing like today out of Matt Waldron, and then your 4 and 5 games, you go Martin Perez and Randy Vasquez. Those games, you only need Randy to go 5 or 4 at this point, Martin to go 4 or 5, and then you have your bullpen, all hands on deck, ready to come in and, shove. We have 5 or 6 legitimate
arms. Oh.
Unpause. We
got some arms, man.
We got 5 or 6 legitimate relievers, dude. I think really, and this is a debatable statement in the comments. See if you agree with me. I mean, I was right the last time, so even if you don't, I'm gonna be correct again. This Padres team needs to score 4 runs, and I think it's a dub.
Yeah.
4 runs. Dude, and here's the thing, Matt. Here's the thing. And I know we're talking pods. I don't want to go to other teams. But you look at some of these other teams in the NL that we're competing with, right? They don't have closers. They're unsure about the closer position. You look at the Dodgers. They're throwing guys out there.
And
Anthony Banda, Evan Phillips, Blake Trinan. You look at the D-backs. Paul Sewald got removed from the closer position. They had AJ Puck out there today.
Yeah.
There's some uncertainty when it comes to the closer role. The Mets, Edwin Diaz isn't necessarily, a sure thing as a closer now. To go out and hoard almost, be a hoarder on the bullpen, not only are you adding to your team, but you're taking away the Dodgers getting a guy like Tanner Scott.
Yeah.
The Mets getting a guy like Jason Adam, right? You're taking away the key players on the bullpen market. And sure, you give up some prospect capital, right? But what are prospects, man? We read a stat. 20% of a team's top 10 MLB prospects on MLB Pipeline typically make somewhat of an impact at the major league level. 20%. And guess what? We kept the 2 ones that are the most likely at this point, in my opinion, the most likely. They're the highest ranked. We didn't give up a top 100 prospect at the deadline. I know MLB Pipeline doesn't upload. Baseball America did not have Robbie Snelling in the top 100. There were no top 100 prospects traded by any team at the deadline. This was, quote unquote, a seller's market. Sure. But do I think we gave up that much? Probably not. Do I think AJ's strength is replenishing a farm system? Absolutely. Do I think people from the draft class are going to end up becoming top 100 prospects or guys that next year people will be like, oh, let's not trade this guy? Absolutely. It's the way it goes. It's the cycle we're in. But I said this on Twitter. I want to say it again. Who is going to be watching a potential, knock on wood, Padres playoff game, and it's the 8th inning, and it's a 4-3 game, and Tanner Scott comes in? Is somebody on their couch watching that or at a bar watching that saying, well, fuck, I really wish we had Robbie Snelling? He's not on the team. He's not making an impact this year. Do you want to win now, or do you want to say, oh, I hope we're competing 5 years from now? We're competing now. We're already competing. The future is now, brother.
I mean, you're
the White Sox, man, what did they do? They got rid of everybody. They have 27 wins. 2020, we had the same outlook on future as the White Sox. People were like, the White Sox and the Padres are equivalent. What's the difference now? The White Sox are on a 20-game losing streak. Padres have won 11 out of their last 13. Does anybody give a flying fuck about prospects? Really?
Hey, Mike, one great rant. That's definitely getting clipped. So make sure to follow the DSG on IG and every app like that. That was a fucking great rant. I'm gonna go over the top when we used to have a top 5 farm system, Mike. I'm gonna go over the top.
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna go over the top 15 players in our farm system when we were ranked in the top 5, which was in 2020. Mackenzie Gore, CJ Abrams, Luis Patino, Luis Campusano, Taylor Trammell, Adrian Morejon, Michel Baez, Gabriel Arias, Ryan Weathers, Joey Cantillo, Owen Miller, Tusapita Marcano, Hudson Head, Hudson Potts, and Ronald Bolanos. Mike, let's go through this real quick. Mackenzie Gore, he's a 3, if that, in a rotation, right? Until he proves me otherwise, until he stops being Mackenzie Meatballs. Yeah, he's a legit MLB player. Number 1 prospect. Number 2 prospect, CJ Abrams, all-star. CJ Abrams is a good MLB player. He is, out of this entire list, by far the best player. Luis Patino is back on the Padres after we traded him for Blake Snell. I wish the best for Luis Patino. I would be shocked if he ever pitches an entire Major League Baseball season. Luis Campusano is our catcher. He's splitting time. He's been solid. Taylor Trammell, pretty much out of the league. Adrian Morejon, 7th best reliever in our bullpen currently, 4 years later. Michel Baez, DFA'd. Gabriel Arias, AAA. Ryan Weathers, fucking meatballs marinara. Best of luck to Ryan in Miami. Wasn't going to work out. Joey Cantillo made his MLB debut 2 weeks ago. Now he's back in AAA. Owen Miller, DFA'd, back in AAA. Tusapita Marcano, bets on baseball, out of the league. Banned from baseball. Hudson Head, single A. Hudson Potts, double A.
Hudson Potts retired.
Hudson Potts retired, and Ronald Bolanos, I don't think he's 27. It doesn't even show any organization or picture. I don't even think he's a real guy. Prospects are just that. AJ Preller had the best quote that I've heard since he's been, the GM 10 years. And it really made me look at him differently as a GM. He said, I believe in our staff so much that we're going to be scouting and we're going to get a lot of good players in our farm system. With how we operate and how we trade for better players and win now when we need a bullpen piece, we're going to trade prospects. That's who we do. That's what we are. When you do that and you scout well, you're going to give teams good players. But the guys you bring in, and if you continue to restock the farm, hey, Mike, how do farmers make money?
They regrow crops.
Well, they sell crops, right? You sell good crops, and then you get money back, right? AJ Preller's just a farmer, bro. That's all he is. He's growing the fucking crops. He restocks the farm. He goes and gets it. And real talk, if he goes for it every year, and we're in this fucking kind of spot every year, hey, sign me the fuck up rather than being the White Sox, man. Bro, your take on the White Sox was spot on, brother. Everybody was looking at them. Yon Moncada, Eloy Jimenez, Michael Kopech, Dylan Cease. They are the team of the 2020s. They are it. And they fucking are a joke now. They're a disgrace to baseball. The San Diego Padres, AJ Preller went for it in 2022, where other than Mikey Meatballs and Sean fucking Manaea, could have made a World Series. 2023, shitty year. What do we do in the offseason? We fucking get rid of all the pieces of that made it a shitty year. Honestly, we got rid of Bob Melvin. We got rid of Juan Soto. We got rid of Josh Hader. We started anew, but we're still going for it. There's nothing better than being a fan of a team that actually gives a shit, honestly. And you have to think about AJ's relationship with Peter, man. AJ's like, hey, you think Peter Seidler cares? Obviously, do you think he would want AJ Preller to be like, oh, push it. Hopefully Robbie Stelling can, be our number 3 in 2028. No, bro. Win a fucking World Series this year. And if we don't, go for it next year. And guess what? The pieces we have, if God forbid next year shit doesn't go right, we saw the prices of these fucking players this trade deadline. We gave up a shit ton for a reliever. Imagine what a Dylan Cease or Michael King could cost. I don't want to say that now, but guys, we're in a good fucking spot. Pecco is popping every single day, every single night, bro. Mike, we were at the Orioles game, so many Pods jerseys.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of people that, dude, there was kids in the lobby of the hotel. I've never been to San Diego. Like, my kid loves the Padres.
I love Tatis. They love Tatis.
Baby. And Tatis isn't even playing, bro. That's the thing. Mike. Tatis comes back. What's the lineup? How are you doing the lineup right now?
Tatis comes back. I'm going, first off, I'd love if Louis goes on the IL just to heal that hand a little bit, because clearly it's not in the right spot. But assuming Arise stays in the lineup, I'm going Luis. I'm writing it down right now. Luis Arise, Jurickson Profar, Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, Jackson Merrill.
So Merrill's hitting 7th?
Merrill's hitting 6th. Jake Cronenworth hitting 7th.
Okay. Dude, that's a
Kyle Higashioka. And then Ha-Seong Kim.
Whew.
That is a good lineup.
Bro,
that is a good lineup.
Series with Dylan Cease on the bump, and that's the lineup you're facing. Hey, the division's going to be hard to get, right? Let's be real. It's not a pipe dream necessarily, because it's possible. We're only 4.5 games back. We got 3 against them later this season, but it will be difficult. What I'm looking for, Mike, I don't think the Braves are that good. They just lost a series to the Marlins at home. I want that first wild card spot, because we get it home series against whoever the 5th wild card spot is. May it be the Mets, may it be the D-backs, may it be the Brewers, whoever it is, Brewers, whoever it is. But guys, if Musgrove, I just saw a video, he's touching 96 in his video. It shows, I mean, it could be Al Scott tweeted that Musgrove's throwing 96, and Giannis also posted a video, and it looked like he struck a guy out on 3 pitches. If Musgrove can come back and be even, just be better than Randy Vasquez.
Oh, that slider's looking sharp too. Hey, guys, we need it, dude. I need it.
The vibes in Pods land, the VAR is high. And also, there's the one guy that tweeted that VAR is not real. And ever since he tweeted that on Twitter, Pods won 11 of 13, and Profar's playing like MVP. I'm not going to call anyone out by name.
There's no need to say names.
Hey, but if you don't believe in VAR, we've been talking about it all season, bro.
I'll say this.
When the vibes are flowing, people play easier, people play better. That's what's happening, bro. Profar's going to finish top 4, maybe top 3 in MVP voting this year. I think he finishes 2 behind Shohei, honestly. Who's better than him right now?
I mean, yeah, I could see that. Mookie's been out for a while. I would have said Mookie, but I mean, dude, Jurickson Profar, Manny's coming around, but Jurickson Profar is clear. I'm not saying Manny's going to be an MVP guy. I'm saying Manny's coming around, but it's clear that Profar has carried this team through and through this season. If we finish in a race for 3rd wild card spot,
they have Profar plus 15,000 to win the award. Listen to some of the guys they have in front of them, Mike. Shohei, obviously. Bryce Harper, who just went on a 1 for 32 stretch. Francisco Lindor, Ketel Marte, Ozuna from the Braves, Ellie De La Cruz, Trey Turner, Freddie Freeman, Alec Boehm, Christian Yelich, William Contreras, and Christian Walker, all above Profar. The disrespect to the VAR leader is just insane, bro. How do you not most valuable player? If Profar wasn't on this team this year, who even knows if we'd even be in a fucking playoff spot right now, bro? He has been everything and that, dog. He's been a fucking dog, honestly. Game changer. Him and Merrill, game changers. And they've done it all season long. Out of everybody on the team, most consistent players by far, Merrill and Profar. All season, consistent.
All right, Manny, since the last I think we should wrap it up in a second. I gotta go to dinner in a little bit. But in the last 3 weeks since we did our last podcast, who is the Padres MVP in your opinion?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Manny Machado. I think Machado's been, like you said earlier, man. You had a great point. We bring it up all the time. We pay Manny like the captain. Everybody in the team thinks he's the captain. He's SD's guy, right? He goes back to Orioles. They're booing his ass, dummies. Manny, when he's on and he's playing well, we win a lot of baseball games. It's as simple as that. He had a pretty brutal start to the season. He obviously was recovering from his surgery. Hopefully it's upward and onward for Manny, man. Because what people don't think, I don't think people recognize that we haven't seen a healthy Machado and Tatis together since 2020, bro. Let's be real. 2022, Manny's best season with the Pods. Where was Tatis? Nowhere to be seen. Tatis, 2021, one of his best years. Manny was good. He wasn't great. 2023, both, had okay years. Meaningless Manny and Toddy had an okay year, not a great year. Give me Tatis back with a Manny, with a Xander, who are fucking hitting. Sky's the limit. Also, pitching, I'd say.
Oh, pitching. No. You can't steal mine. You can't steal mine. Yeah, I was talking team MVP, not pitching and hitting. Right,
cool. You go.
Dylan Cease, man. Yeah. Dylan Cease is the pitching MVP. Last 4 starts, 6 innings, 1 hit, 11 strikeouts. 7 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts. 9 innings, 0 hits, 9 strikeouts. Last start, 5.2 innings, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts. He's carried this rotation, him and Michael King. Dylan Cease has locked it into a new gear. Had a little bit of a slump in June, pitching-wise. Reared it back up. It seems like the All-Star break, he must have just kicked it because he came back refreshed, rejuvenated, started balling, absolutely dealing. It seems like he's gotten comfortable in San Diego and with the team. Dude, if he keeps this up, you need pitching to make it and win a World Series. We bolstered the bullpen with 2 of the top relievers on the market, the top reliever, and then Jason Adam, who is probably top 5 relievers on the market.
Easy.
Bolstered the bullpen with some high leverage guys. If Musgrove's coming back throwing 94, 95 rather than 91, 90, 90. Yeah. Dude, this team has gotten better, and that's what you need to do at the deadline. Some teams got worse, in my opinion. We got better. Yeah. And when you got contenders and other people in your division getting worse and you're getting better, that's a good thing. I just hope they continue to prove it. We got a stretch coming up where we're facing some dog water teams. Yeah, and what has been the issue that the Padres have run into sometimes? Fortunately, we won the series versus the Rockies, but we play up to our competition and we play down to our competition. Yep. This is a stretch where you have to beat the bad teams big time. Yeah. You got 12 straight games against teams. Listen, the Pirates are above 500. The Pirates aren't making the playoffs. Let's be completely honest. Most likely. They got some good pitching. Their team's probably still a year or 2 away from being a legit contender. Their future is bright. I don't know if they are a playoff contender at the moment. They're still a game above 500. Then you got the Rockies and the Marlins. Those teams are unserious. The Pirates are going to be a tough one on the road, but luckily we're not facing Skeens and we're not facing Mitch Keller. And I think the way that the weeks are set up is that we might miss him again the next time too. So we don't face Skeens at all.
Hopefully.
And I don't think we face Keller at all because it's the way it's set up. I looked at the schedule today. Who knows? But that's what it looks like. You have to win 10 of 12 in this stretch.
Have to.
You go from a 9-game above 500 to a 17-game above 500.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
Yeah, no, that's right. 17 games above 500. You got to do it, man. You do that, and your playoff chances are just so good, man. You go up to 68 wins, 68 and what, 51 or 53? I don't know what the fucking math is, to be honest. I can't do the math mentally.
You're doing Steiner math.
I'm doing
right
Steiner math. I'm doing Steiner math.
I know
but you know what I'm saying.
I got you, man. I completely agree. And hey, guys, if you're watching this at home, the team we're rooting for this week, other than the Pods, Philadelphia Phillies, man. They got 3 against the Dodgers and 4 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hey, go Phils, baby. Go Phils. Because guess what? Hey, if the Phillies can go 6-1 this week and the Pods can handle their business, we're in a great spot. Hey, until the division's out of reach or until the division is locked up by another team, go for the fucking division. Go for the division and continue just winning baseball games, man. They're playing smart. They're playing happy. And, it's been fun to watch. Take the series against the Pirates, hopefully sweep the Marlins, and let's fucking ride. Everybody for watching. 46 minutes of just Pods talk, man. We appreciate you. Make sure to check us out on all the socials. Real talk, though, everybody who we've met in person recently, all so nice, and we appreciate that shit, man. Thanks for always being homies, and, keep the VAR up. If you want to buy a shirt, we'll have the link in the bio. Is any last words? Are you good?
No last words. Go Pods. Yeah, man. Big week ahead. Let's just sit down. I want to be sitting down on the couch and in the 7th inning, take a deep breath. I can relax a little bit. That would be fantastic. Hope it happens 6 times.
Hell yeah. Peace, guys.